appointment, and I'm very excited because we are officially beginning. So today's appointment will be my baseline ultrasound. So that is basically when they take a look at my ovaries, which are riddled with PCOS, and hopefully I can show you. And if I can't use my camera, I will use my phone camera and insert it in, because I am determined to document this process and show you as much of it as I can. But the purpose of this, like I said, it's a baseline ultrasound. So this is what they're seeing, what they look like pre-medication and pre-follicles forming. And every woman who is ovulating has follicles that form. That is where the egg is released from when you're ovulating. Because I have PCOS, there's almost like several, and they're fighting to be the biggest one that releases the egg, but none of them ever actually come to fruition. Although the last 4 months, January, February, March, and April, I have successfully ovulated. So today they're going to be looking at them so we know where we started from. Then once we are at peak point, then I will be able to do a trigger shot in my stomach, and I'll do that at home, so you'll see all of that as well. And then we do the IUI, which I will just explain in another video. If you're not sure what an IUI is, I'll explain that as we get closer to it. And for those of you who don't know about doing infertility treatments, you have a heightened chance for multiples, and by multiples I mean multiple babies, like twins or triplets. I've never dreamed about having twins. I've never dreamed about carrying twins and the stress that comes with that, and God bless everyone who does. Obviously, if God felt that it was something I can handle, then we'll just roll with it, but it's just not what I want. But the reason why I am more nervous about having twins or getting multiples this time than I was the last time we did this is because this is the first time in my life that I have been able to track my ovulation, and my cycles start exactly when they're supposed to, for the most part. So in January, after I got the IUD out, it happened. February, it happened. March, it happened. And April, we were 2 weeks off, and I have to explain that as well. But I knew to the day, once I knew I ovulated, I knew exactly when it was coming. And that is just not something I've ever been able to do with PCOS. And so I feel like my body is already kind of doing what it's supposed to do, and now we're going to be adding double to it with medication and trigger shots and things like that. Or I guess we'll just cross that bridge when we get there. So you may remember a couple videos ago I said I'm technically in my 2-week wait, and I'm going to explain why I thought I was and why I actually wasn't. So like I said, January, February, and March I had been ovulating like clockwork, on schedule, by the calendar. Everything was perfect. According to my calendar, I was supposed to ovulate while we were in the Bahamas, which was perfect because, I mean, it was a trip, you know. Moments of love happen on vacation. While we were there, I did not get any of the natural signs of ovulation, but for the last 3 months I had been getting them. But it doesn't necessarily mean you didn't ovulate. So that's why when we got back from the Bahamas, I said I'm in my 2-week wait, because according to the calendar and according to how everything had been, I should have been. So if I had ovulated in the Bahamas as I thought I would have, I should have either found out I was pregnant and or started my period on Easter Sunday. And sure enough, on Easter, we're at a family party, and I knew immediately, I'm ovulating right now. I'm just ovulating 2 weeks after. And this is just the crazy world and things that happen for women who have irregular cycles like me. That is where we are now. They ask that you come either the first or the second day, because you have to start taking the fertility medication, which in my case will be Femera, on day 3, which is tomorrow. So I'll show that later on when I take it tomorrow. Also, and then I will quickly wrap up this car rant because no one wants to hear all this talking. Thank you for the response that I received on my keto grocery shopping haul. If you have not seen it, it's actually kind of funny. You can check it out. It's my previous video. I can link it below. I explain why I'm going keto in that video and all of that, just for a month. And am proud to say that I think it's actually working. I have on a pair of jeans that I have struggled to button, and I look at myself in the mirror and I feel like I look a little bit smaller already. It has been 4 days and I am down 4 pounds, which is awesome. So I'm very happy with where we are with that, because the more I can lose before I get pregnant, the better. And I've had a lot of people say, well, you're not big, so I don't understand why you're trying to lose weight. But I will say this, there are people who are bigger than me, correct. However, I am not at a weight that I should be for my height and size. And it doesn't look that way because I have, I guess, been blessed with equal distribution. But if I'm completely honest with myself and allow my doctors to be honest with me, I can lose 15 pounds and still be within a very healthy range. In fact, I think I'm gonna share with you how much I weigh now. That way we can all see the progress change. For the last few months, I have weighed 150. I weighed 150 pounds on my wedding day as well, but it was muscle back then, and now it is not. But I got on the scale today and I am down 4 pounds, and that is the first time I've seen a change in the scale in a long time, because usually I just don't gain, I just stay 150, and that's just kind of where it always is. I am proud to say so far that the keto is working. I have had a touch of the keto flu thing that everyone was talking about, and I've been sipping the bone broth. I've been bringing it with me, and it helps. It really does help, because last night I was in a bad way. So I guess we'll continue to go on this journey, and I can show you some of the food that I made yesterday later on this evening.
Dream up a world of pirates, climb the highest tree, fall down. Mama, I'm fine, don't worry. Go back out to sea, sail home, sweet home, where the ships move.
Alright, so I'm back in my room, and I'm getting ready to get an ultrasound done right here, as you can see. And I'm just waiting for the nurse to get here.
There's your right ovary right there.
Yeah, okay.
You are just a baseline, so we're just making sure, we're just measuring and just doing a baseline, just checking for any cyst or anything.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, well that was a very emotional ending. I'll have to tell you about it when I get in the car, but I actually cried, and I'll let you know why. Okay, really quickly, a few things. So my fertility clinic is called Shady Grove Fertility. It used to be called Georgia Reproductive Specialist. I believe they have like new management and new all this other stuff. And now that they're no longer Georgia Reproductive Specialist, they told me that they are cracking down harder on recording rules. So I'm still determined to get what I can for y'all. But we can always show pictures and I can always talk about it. But that may be why things are limited. To the reason why I am a little bit upset right now, like I told you guys, today is day 2 of my cycle. It started yesterday. In my mind, that meant I wasn't pregnant, and it came right when it was supposed to. I noticed that it was, and this is TMI, it was a lot lighter than it had been the last 3 months, but it's been enough for me to not question whether or not it's real. So I'm in there and I'm getting the ultrasound done, and the lady said, has it been really heavy this time around? And I said, no, actually it hasn't been, but it's definitely, I mean, she could see it was happening. And I said, why? And she goes, well, are you sure you're not pregnant? And I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not. I mean, I feel like we can see the evidence of such, and I know that some people still get full-blown periods sometimes at the beginning of their pregnancies, but I just didn't think that that was the case for me. So when she asked that, my mind instantly started swirling, because I did not wake up this morning thinking I was pregnant and I was excited to start this whole like getting to that point, and if I am pregnant, thank God, but I also don't want to get my hopes up now because she asked me that just to find out in an hour or two, because they took blood, that I'm not. I'm just kind of like, I wish you guys could just tell me. And then, like, if I am pregnant, should I be freaking out? I don't know. And now I just want to go home and take a test even before they call me. I don't know. I'm just like rambling at this point. I am probably going to stop on the way home though and grab a pregnancy test and pick up Sebastian and take it. And then later today, they're gonna call me back with the results and let me know, I guess, if I am or not. The good thing is from the ultrasound, the lady was able to tell me that I don't have like any cysts or any polyps or anything that will hinder me, which is good.
Fly home, sweet home, where the sun...
It is 2 o'clock. I put Bash down for a nap because he hadn't had one yet, so he'll be up in just a little bit. And then I've been talking to Brendan about what was going on today because he is coming home from California, so he had a layover in like Vegas, and now he's on his flight to come to Atlanta now, so he won't be here for another few hours. I have received a phone call from the doctor's office saying that they called in all of my medication, which means that I'm not pregnant, so that they've completely like satisfied whatever the nurse, you're fine, it's okay. They've completely satisfied whatever the nurse was saying earlier about potentially being pregnant. I actually need to go pick up that prescription in a little bit, and I'll take you guys along with me, and then we'll probably just pick the vlog back up tomorrow for taking it. But before I go, for now, I wanted to show you a keto meal that I made the other day. It's been refrigerated because I made it yesterday actually. But they are chicken meatballs. Pippa, you're fine. You are fine. And I ate 3 yesterday. They are completely keto friendly. I think the recipe called for me to use flour, and it was almond flour instead of regular white flour. Say hi. You're fine. She's just crying over there because she wanted to come out. Yeah, I used almond flour and some other things. I put the recipe on my Instagram under the keto highlight if you are interested in trying that. But keto has been great, like I said earlier. I love it so far and I have nothing to complain about. But yeah, so I'm gonna quickly eat that, and then I'm going to eat it with a little salad. So some spinach, and then I looked on Pinterest for a keto-friendly salad dressing, and it's lemon juice, minced garlic, a little bit of salt, and oregano, and that sounds really good. And I'm gonna put that over some spinach and eat that for lunch. So this package just came in the mail. It's actually the next day right now. I believe this is the medication that I'm supposed to refrigerate for later on in the fertility process. Let's see. All right, so the first thing in here is some medication. I believe this is the Femera. Oh no, this is the progesterone. Don't worry, that is not my address on there. And then this, I believe, is the disposal box for the syringe. And then this, I believe, is the Ovidrel, and it's packed in ice because it needs to stay cold. It says refrigerate immediately, and my address is not on there. I do not live in Nashville. That's where it came from, so we're just gonna pop this in the back there. Let it get colder. Then I guess I'm just gonna read through all of this paperwork because they sent a bunch. All right, official good morning, you guys, in all my glory. I fully intended to take you guys along with me when I went to Target last night to pick up my medications for this fertility cycle, but Bash was not cooperating with me and was just like screaming the whole time, so I ended up just leaving my camera and going to the pharmacy without it. But you didn't miss anything really. We just went to Target, picked it up at the pharmacy, and then bought my mom's Mother's Day gift, which is right over there. I would say what it is, but she watches my channel and I don't want her to know. Anyway, what time is it now? It is 1:49. So the clip you just saw of me bringing in the box actually happened earlier this morning, but my father-in-law came over for a little bit because he gave us a grill, and I didn't feel like having my camera out around him and just, you know, making him feel like he had to be a certain way or whatever because the camera was suddenly on. Bash is still napping, so I'm gonna do this quickly and take my very first round of Femera. I am so excited and I'm nervous. Let me get some water, or I have some over there actually, and we'll take this, and then I'm gonna go lay down while I wait for Bash to get up from his nap because it definitely is almost 2 o'clock. And yeah, I don't know, I'm nervous because I can't remember how I felt last time I took it, and I feel like there was, I'm gonna sit you right here, I feel like there were headaches involved, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. With Femera, you don't have to take it with food. You can take it whenever. And it just says, take 2 tablets by mouth every day for 5 days of the cycle. Here goes nothing. What else do I want to catch you guys up on before I end this video? I've been getting tons of questions on my Instagram today about my keto journey because I woke up this morning and I'm down 2 pounds from yesterday. So the weight is just coming off. I think I said yesterday that I had lost 4 pounds, and I woke up today and I was 144, which is 6 pounds down from 150 where I started. And that makes me very happy because even over the last year when I would just fluctuate down a few pounds, I never got down to 144. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and end the vlog now. There will be a lot more TTC updates coming soon. Please just keep us in your prayers and pray that we only have to do this one time for baby number 2. But all right, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Double check that you have your notification bell turned on, and if you have done a fertility cycle in the past or are currently going through it, or if you're just trying to have another baby or a baby, whether you've done a fertility treatment or not, let me know in the comments and how long you've been trying. I'm very interested in knowing all of that. But I will see you in the next one. Bye.